Gotham City lay under a blanket of unnatural quiet, a stillness that always foreshadowed impending doom. Batman stood, a dark silhouette, on a gargoyle-laden rooftop. His vigilant gaze swept across the sleeping metropolis. Suddenly, the familiar beam of the bat signal pierced the night. Commissioner Gordon needed him, urgently. Batman grappled towards the police headquarters. He landed silently on the rooftop, expecting Gordon. Instead, blinding floodlights snapped on, illuminating him. Red laser dots danced menacingly on his chest. Snipers everywhere. A trap. Then, a figure emerged from the shadows. Robin, his former protege. Unbelievable. Robin's voice was cold, devoid of warmth. Gotham needs a different kind of justice, Batman. He spoke of breaking rules, changing the city's fate. A deeper manipulation was clearly at play. Batman's mind raced, piecing together the betrayal. Before he could question further, a slow, mocking clap echoed. The Joker, his painted smile wide, sinister. Joker's laughter filled the air, a chilling sound. Such a touching family reunion, wouldn't you agree, Batsy? He reveled in the twisted spectacle. Joker's game, to break Batman's spirit, to turn his own family against him. A wound far deeper than any physical blow. This revelation struck Batman to his core. A rare, profound sense of betrayal washed over him. His greatest fear realized by his greatest enemy. Robin, manipulated, stood defiant. The snipers held their positions, red dots unwavering. Batman's fists clenched, a silent fury building. The Joker watched, enjoying every second. This was not just a fight, it was personal. The Dark Knight felt the weight of the betrayal. His protege, now an instrument of chaos. Gotham's fate hung precariously in the balance. The Joker's plan was meticulously cruel. Breaking the bat through emotional devastation, Batman's resolve hardened. Despite the pain, he locked eyes with Robin, a silent plea, but Robin's gaze was cold, distant. The sniper's lasers pulsed with anticipation. An inevitable confrontation loomed, dark and heavy. The night had truly turned against him. Betrayal, a bitter taste in his mouth. Batman prepared for the fight of his life. Against his own, against the Joker's madness. A gust of wind swept across the rooftop. Joker's grin widened. A silent challenge. Batman's cape billowed, a dark shadow. He took a slow, deliberate step forward. Robin's hand tightened on his weapon. The air crackled with tension, thick and heavy. Batman's eyes, narrowed behind the cowl, scanned the threats. He calculated every angle, every possible move. The weight of his trust, now shattered, pressed down. Yet, his focus remained absolute. This was a test of his will, his very being. He would not let Gotham fall, not like this. The Joker's laughter echoed, a chilling symphony of betrayal. Batman stood, a statue of grim resolve. His eyes, though pained, held an unyielding fire. He looked at Robin, a flicker of sorrow in his gaze. "Remember our training, Robin?" Batman's voice was low. Robin flinched. A brief crack in his hardened facade. A moment of hesitation, a chink in the armor. Batman saw it. A fleeting opportunity. He moved. A blur of dark cape and motion. A smoke bomb deployed, instantly obscuring the rooftop. Chaos erupted. Shouts and coughs filled the air. Red laser dots scattered wildly in the smoke. Batman disarmed the first sniper. A swift, silent move. The rifle clattered uselessly on the concrete. Another sniper, then another, rendered harmless. He worked with brutal efficiency, a phantom in the haze. Robin, caught off guard, stumbled in the thick smoke. Batman was on him in an instant, a practice maneuver. Robin hit the ground, winded, disoriented. The smoke began to dissipate, revealing the scene. Snipers lay incapacitated, their weapons scattered. Robin looked up, his eyes wide with shock and confusion. Batman stood over him, a towering, imposing figure. "You don't win Gotham by becoming its villain," Batman stated. His words hung heavy in the cool night air. Robin absorbed the truth, a bitter pill to swallow. Distant sirens wailed, growing louder with each passing second. The Joker, a shadowy figure, laughed once more. His cackle faded as he vanished into the darkness. Batman offered a hand to Robin, a gesture of quiet forgiveness. Robin hesitated, then took it, pulling himself up. Their eyes met, a complex mix of emotions: betrayal, regret, and a glimmer of understanding. The police cars arrived, their lights flashing. Commissioner Gordon rushed onto the rooftop. He surveyed the scene, his brow furrowed with concern. Batman gave a curt nod, a silent explanation. Robin stood beside him, a conflicted silhouette. The external threat was momentarily contained, but the internal wounds ran deeper, far more painful. Batman knew this, a heavy burden on his soul. The betrayal of a trusted ally, a son figure. It was a scar that would never truly heal. He looked out at Gotham, a city always on the brink. His mission remained, despite the personal cost. The night had tested him, pushed him to his limits, but his resolve, though shaken, held firm. He would continue to fight. For Gotham, for justice, even when those he loved turned against him. The deepest scars were inflicted by trust, a stark reminder of the night's profound betrayal. Batman watched the police secure the area. Robin stood silently, his head bowed. The wind whipped Batman's cape around him. Another night in Gotham, another battle won. But the victory felt hollow, tinged with sorrow. He glanced at Robin, a silent promise. He would not give up on him, not yet. The bat signal still shone, a beacon of hope. Batman vanished into the night, a solitary guardian.